Good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, April 5th, 2024, and this daily bread is titled Wisdom for Daily Living. It is from Proverbs chapters 25, verses 16 through 28. And the key verse today is verse 22. And the key verse says, "In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you." If you find honey, eat just enough. Too much of it, and you will vomit. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house. Too much of you, and they will hate you. Like a club or a sword or a sharp arrow is one who gives false testimony against a neighbor. Like a broken tooth or a lame foot is reliance on the unfaithful in a time of trouble. Like one who takes away a garment on a cold day, or like vinegar poured on a wound, is one who sings songs to a heavy heart. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. In doing this, you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you. Like a north wind that brings unexpected rain is a sly tongue, which provokes a horrified look. Better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. Like cold water to a weary soul is good news from a distant land. Like a muddied spring or a polluted well are the righteous who give away to the wicked. It is not good to eat too much honey, nor is it honorable to search out matters that are too deep. Like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. Daily bread. Number 1. Finding balance. Verse 16 warns, if you find honey, eat just enough. Too much of it, and you will vomit. This is like the saying, too much of a good thing is a bad thing. For example, everyone loves to sleep. While it's essential for our bodies to rest, too much sleep can lead to significant health problems, including heart disease and depression. We need to establish a balance. This applies to our spiritual life as well. Studying the Bible and serving the church is wonderful, but we need to balance that by taking time to be alone with God and develop our personal relationship with Him. Diving too deeply into spiritual matters and biblical theology can also be harmful. There are many things beyond our understanding and control. Obsessing over them will distract us from simply knowing and trusting God, or they may lead us further into confusion. It's better to acknowledge our limitations and establish a balance for a healthy spiritual life. Number 2, the best response to haters. Verse 21 offers us radical advice. If your enemy is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. Showing grace to those who have hurt us is a powerful response. While we can't control how others treat us, we can always control how we react. When we're angry or tempted to act impulsively, that's the time to ask for God's guidance to respond with wisdom and restraint. Instead of letting bitterness and hate take over, let's fill our hearts with the grace and forgiveness Jesus showed us. Jesus' love should convict us to respond and think differently. That is what real maturity looks like. We exercise Christ-centered self-control instead of speaking and acting on our emotional impulses. Are you willing to put aside your feelings and emotions to act more like Christ? Prayer. Lord, I need your help to be spiritually wise, patient, and self-controlled. Please teach me to establish a healthy spiritual life in my personal habits and in all my relationships. Help me humbly to learn these lessons of wisdom from your word and apply them in my life. One word. I need God's word to be wise.